Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to a Total War Pharaoh Dynasties. Let's play the first 10 turns of the Protector, Adad-Shuma-Usur. A little bit more about this guy. Adad-Shuma is concerned with protecting Babylon and its legacy above all else. Given his background as a merchant, he favors diplomacy as a way of settling problems. Yet he will go to war without hesitation if this serves his plans better. Persistent opportunist, he will take advantage of any of his opponent's mistakes, be they political, economic, or military. His ideas of expansion is one of deliberate development, not eager conquest. This does not make him passive. To the contrary, he will do anything to ensure Babylon is still standing when the dust finally settles. I just played this guy during a co-op with my buddy, and it was a kind of a difficult start, to be honest. Those farmers, those axes, those two-handed axes, man, they truck. So, definitely going to bring that knowledge into this round. Faction summary here, let's just take a look real quick. By the way, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the VOD. I've been streaming a lot recently, so that's kind of a habit now. Welcome to the VOD. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel if you're new here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Tell me how you're enjoying Pharaoh in the comments. And yeah, we just started a Discord by popular request, so check that in the channel description as well, too, in the video description. Alright, back to it. Strengths and weaknesses. Faction buildings, bigger buildings with more bonuses. Uses fewer building slots. Unique buildings are expensive. Faction units, cheap and numerous Siluhu units. Good at settlement defense. Siluhu are weak and expendable. Yeah. Commands, gain additional recruitment slots. Siluhu in special recruitment. Court, foil plots with a unique court action. Starting position, the King of Babylon to begin. We have some unique to our faction here. And we'll kind of get through these as we go through the campaign. We're going to be, again, playing the first 10 turns. So let's go ahead and check it out. Preserving Babylon's legacy. Yeah, it has a lot of these, like, kind of like... It's almost like a Skaven, honestly. Like, a lot of these, like, low... expendable, but like kind of swarmia. So we'll go ahead and get into this. Let's get it on. We'll kind of skip this here. So this is the major Mesopotamian faction. Mesopotamian. And yeah, we're just going to play the first 10 turns. I'm going to kind of narrate how I would play this. Kind of give some, you know, tips about how to play.
The city of Babylon, a gem.
All the above. Let's listen to this, though.
Throughout its glorious history. Its leader, Adad-Shuma-Usur, a noble king determined to restore his kingdom to its former splendor, will face daunting obstacles on his way. Relentless Elamite raids press on the Babylonian borders, eyeing the kingdom and its riches with greed. They dream of their own empire.
Elamites was a good playthrough.
Should their attempt at conquest succeed, they would become a threat to all. Assyrian influence adds to Babylon's precarious situation. The rival empire has no intention of surrendering, and seeks to regain its lost lands. Beyond Assyria, the Hittite Empire also looks in Babylon's direction. Mighty Hittite kings have long desired the wealth and treasures of the city. They quietly prepare to launch a war campaign.
On to you.
Lastly, the Canaanite tribes south of Hatti are easily overlooked, but if they reach the Euphrates River, they may wreak havoc across the lands of Sumer and Akkad. The land will not be merciful to the aspiring Babylonian king. He must be cunning in both diplomacy and battle, placating and conquering his numerous foes as the situation best dictates.
And go. Okay, already went through this. So it already looks like we start off with some pretty dope buffs as well, too. 20 and 30 turns remaining. This is just solid. Okay. First thing I like to do, let's go ahead. We got a loves family, plus 14% to have children. That is a good roll. Farseer. Okay. Got Got some kiddos. What do we got here? Oh, I don't think it actually gives them anything until they're of age. Makes sense. Okay. Alright, we got enemies at the borders here.
They call
Go
me
ahead and
King
take our
of
royal
Babylon,
decrees.
and that is who I am.
Probably built into... Let's do this happiness. Well, we don't really need happiness, honestly. Let's take a look. Babylon should be pretty stoked. Yeah, they're pretty good. Here, though, I do like this workforce growth +6. Similarly, let's go ahead and build up... this is like our kind of our only province right here. So building up this is really nice so that we don't have to just recruit kind of more like expendable units. So provide us a good mixture. Okay.
Let it be.
These are these farmers that I'm talking about, man. They smash.
I am a Kassite. Cross over there.
Go ahead and just kind of set up an ambush
We
here.
will surprise them.
See if he comes down and tries to take up this temple. Maybe we can catch him off guard.
Not surprising.
Okay. Royal decree available. Yeah, I think this EXP per turn is pretty solid. And we're pretty good on like resources. We are going to try to find some stone ASAP. So we just need to be mindful of that.
My time is now.
A lot of food income though. Good wood income. Commitment available. We have a good amount of food right now, so I'm going to go ahead and select workforce growth. Just want to focus on workforce growth to begin with. And here, just to keep this garrison strong and unlevel it up, we'll go ahead and just build this. Outposts. Brick. -4. Let's see if we can build a temple here. This is going to give us +5 happiness, which is good. And this one we can go ahead and wait on. We don't want to spend too much of our stone yet.
They
We want to
chose me,
save
and
it
I
for
agreed.
our main province construction, so we don't want to just chuck it all into like outposts that aren't too necessary right now.
Rightful ruler of
Okay.
Karduniash.
Pending actions, this is fine here. Take a quick look at our diplomacy. Okay. Good.
History will remember me.
Strength rate. 2. Okay, is anybody
Right
at a war
ideas
with
for
Kare?
dumb problems.
So typically I like to look at this to see who's kind of the weakest faction right now. And if there's anybody, I can't really see this guy right now, but if there's anyone that's, you know, at the very top of the list, it's likely that they're going to get taken out first. So here what I'll do is I'll negotiate with these guys.
Still insist on hiding your plans,
And
Adad?
I will say you'll join war against these guys. This is sometimes funny where even if you do this, request adoption into dynasty. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll propose that. On aggression pack. Let's see. They don't really care for... What do they want? Bronze and gold, huh? We won't really be using too much bronze to begin with. We're really going to be focusing on like... kind of like peasant units that shouldn't take much of this. So let's actually set up a barter agreement. And we'll say for 5 turns. See if we can kind of just pull this off. Let's see. 400. Yeah, we don't really have... We can do 100. Here. We're making about 1k, so let's do like 500 here. Okay. Wood we are making a grip of 2. Maybe we do 50 here. Maybe we cut this bronze into half. Okay. Let's do like 40 here. Okay. Good. Non-aggression pack. Solid. The sooner we get homies with these guys, since they are very powerful, it'll basically give us some protection from everybody else trying to mess with us. So we'll go ahead and start this off. Okay.
I take care of.
I will unite this land.
Yeah, 97. So this is a pretty top one here.
The future belongs to us. Your
Negotiate.
esteemed visit calls for a celebration.
Okay. Good there.
Quite predictable.
Got the ambush set up. This should be good for our first turn. So one thing I would have done in retrospect is probably recruit another general. Okay, this looks like... Tell you what, man, I am afraid of these farmers. Let's go ahead and just back this off.
Fight on our terms, not theirs.
I would have
There can
actually
be no
recruited another
compromises.
general here, and then recruited two
I am prepared.
two farmers. However, this guy's now
You
split.
shall not influence me.
So let's go ahead and let's check
What?
this.
No.
Let's see. Movement on land plus 10. We'll refund
Harvests are
50% of the
plentiful.
movement.
People are happy.
So I wonder if we
Prince
go
of
here,
Ur and protector of Nippur.
like right at the edge. So we kind of have to push this out now.
So be it. Fight.
Okay. Close victory. We'll just go ahead and auto-resolve this. You may choose to just fight this out, but with something like this, auto-resolve should be okay.
Snatched from the jaws of defeat.
So one thing we could have done too is also check to see who is at war with Aralu. Just because, you know, releasing these prisoners, for example, may not be the best choice.
These people are not our enemies.
One day you will make
So
a
they're just at war with
mistake,
me, which is
Adad.
fine. See when we release their troops, it's 5 now.
I am a Kassite.
Put a point into... probably want to do replenishment plus 5. It's good there. Oh, this is actually going to be movement on land, so this is pretty nice too. It's kind of like a snare, which is pretty dope. Here, let's go ahead and recruit a new general. We do have the food to sustain it.
I shall bring a
I'll
new
go ahead and recruit
era
some,
to the whole world.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's get them. The woods.
Bolster the ranks.
Okay. Getting some range superiority is going to be really, really important in the beginning too. Construction available. Let's save the stone. Making good wood here. This is still pretty unhappy, but that will level off. %. Food increase, favor, workforce growth. This is a pretty solid pickup here. Outpost we won't worry about putting into. Here we won't build right now because we don't want this guy to just kind of come back down and take it out. Well, we also may have a fight coming up here, but I think we'll be fine.
You shall not influence me.
Turn 2. Okay. Go ahead and put this guy
Ideas
here.
for dull problems.
Let's see about...
Song and verse.
moving him up.
Fast and strong. Your heart sing
Alright, let's
for
see.
blood.
Let's get another
Come
slinger.
then.
Go ahead and get another
Only
sword,
the bravest
too.
should come.
Okay.
I am thinking. They chose me and I agreed.
Let's go ahead and set up an ambush.
Arrange an
And
ambush.
use this guy as bait. Put this here, 70%.
Men, set off.
Additionally, we could set something up here to be even more bait.
Let us fish.
Let us fish.
The road awaits.
The finest hour.
Let's see if we can kind of get this actually. So we will build this building as bait. Legitimacy +3 is solid. I do like these warrior refuge. They go ahead and have that random chance to spawn, like a random unit, 30% chance. So these are pretty powerful. Kind of pick up some unique units too. But we may also decide to build a way station here. This is just, sorry, you're gonna build a trading post just to reduce the upkeep of these guys.
Rightful ruler
So we are
of
kind of,
Cardunia.
we're losing resources right now.
burning
So
desire.
okay, since we focused on building up those temples, we'll be able to devote this general now.
Take this mantle and wear it with pride.
And you could, if you wanted to, leave this guy in the city.
Praise Adad.
You may want
Master
to,
of
just
the
until he has a
arts.
couple more kids. So that's always an option too. Brook. Go ahead and build this up. And I do like to build this recruitment proving grounds. So we'll wait to build that. We are kind of leveled out on food. Right now we're losing a lot because you can see here the diplomacy right now. So we'll wanna just save this last spot for this this building here. And we are gonna need some stone for it. So what
There
we
can
could
be
say,
no compromises.
yeah, we don't really have an excess of surplus right now. Maybe when we get a couple more wood, we could trade that for stone.
Babylon endures.
So let's take a look here. Who wants wood? Or who wants stone and doesn't want wood? Typically everybody wants wood though. Yeah.
Bag of gold.
These guys
or
do
bronze
want
blade?
they want stone. Oh, sorry. Who wants wood? Doesn't want stone. Okay. Tangible.
Yes?
Let's go ahead and
Speak
negotiate
once.
with these guys. They're
Make
also
amends
trading
or
with
perish.
Assyria, which is good.
I have no preference.
Barter agreement. We'll give you like 50. And let's get some stone of this. Maybe like 200. 199. That's when you know you're jamming up this game a bunch. You kind of know like what barter deals will be. You kind of like know the market, right? Okay.
Are you selling?
Good to go there. Okay. That'll give us some decent
About as much.
stone income. Good to recruit
I
here.
am destined to rule.
Construction available. Yeah, we're just gonna wait to build up this thing here. Proving grounds. Only being able to recruit
I
like
am
2
prepared.
turns or two units a turn is kind of rough. I've heard in the co-op this was a pretty difficult start too. Granted, I did lose my faction leader within like the first couple turns. Oopsie. But I have heard that this is a pretty rough start. So we're just gonna try to show you the first 10 turns.
I seek long-term solutions.
Long-term solutions. Okay. Good
The
here.
future belongs to us.
What we'll do is we will transfer.
Over here.
Okay.
Toward new
And then we
horizons.
will keep this guy in ambush. He's still healing up, which is good. Let's go ahead and see this. I do like to build up into upkeep reduction first. Also, line of sight's very helpful, just for seeing like who's in the area so you don't get murked. Okay. But you will want to kind of take a look at some of these in the future for what you're trying to build up to, depending on if you're going to keep them inside or not. You know, this, for example, like Lord of Rabble might be pretty solid if you just have a bunch of like Skaven units versus like high tier units. That might be pretty dope. Yeah, see, like one who serves men. So this might be a cool build too, right? It's kind of just having a bunch of these, you know, low tier, but just
Prince
like
of Ur and
nasty
protector of
units.
Nippur.
Like that seems like it would be pretty dope. Okay, here I do like the replenishment check. But let's go faction capital province. I mean, this is fine here. People are fine at 9, so that's kind of a waste of tech. So let's do. Yeah, let's replenishment's good. Actually, let's do this. We want to kind of focus on the food right now.
Let us fish.
Okay. Let us move up a little more.
Not surprising.
We still know that there's an army out here.
We must stand together.
Go ahead and kind of set him up as bait. Use this to
I
recruit.
seek comrades with vision.
Let's get 2 more of
Poetry
these.
recital time.
Okay. And that should be good for that. Let's see here. Now we can recruit this or build this side. Can build this up. And end turn. Alright, turn 4. So you don't need to kind of check your diplomacy like every single time. But you may, like, I would say, you know, every like 2 turns at least, just go ahead and give it a second to get in there and see how things are going. See if we can kind of bait these guys out, because we know that there's an army that ran away, about a 9 stack. Their demands, their offers. Can't really do it right now. Also, they do have, you know, they are at war, so I don't really want to like get involved in any of that. Okay. All right. Arrange diplomatic marriage through diplomacy through marriage. Interns. Yeah, so she'll be of age here, and then we'll use that to go ahead and get the marriage rocking. When it comes to the dynasty tree here, looks like we are the heir, which is good. So when this guy dies, or if there's a civil war that happens, I'm gonna take this over. Now, part of this dynasty, let's kind of check this out. So accomplishments. So I think we just kind of, you know, do good stuff, and then this will build up our dynasty kind of catalog to kind of just keep track. And then once we should become like the head of the dynasty too. That would help out. So I think right now it's just kind of too early to have any fun with this, as in to utilize it. I mean, more so. Here,
Right
go ahead and get a transfer in. Now we have a good amount of slingers in there.
Off now.
And let's go ahead and recruit now that we have that 3 slots from that proving grounds. Go ahead and build this out a little bit more now too.
Well and swell.
Okay.
Dreams aplenty.
And what we may want to build here,
I
actually,
am a Kassite.
tell you what,
True master of the arts.
these Arcadian farmers, they kind of smash, to be
Bolster the
honest.
ranks.
So let's go ahead and build them out. Okay, here,
Quite predictable.
let's move this up.
Men, move out.
Kind of want to see if we can kind of intercept this if he comes down here. We know there's one. We're making a good amount of wood now, or stone, which is great. Legitimacy +3. Okay, it's fine. And let's see what this is getting for us. Food, huh? Yeah, okay. Diplomacy -300 still. Yeah, let's go ahead and build this. I do like this Warrior's Refuge. It's kind of like gambling. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. So we'll just go ahead and build that. Okay.
About as much.
So now we're getting a pretty solid army going. Just, you know, being very mindful of every turn. Ambush is super powerful. Especially if you can kind of bait it appropriately. And we'll see if we can kind of draw these guys out now, though. We are in there. But again, it's nice being able to have one general ambushing Their demands, 91. Yeah, we don't really have the gold for that. It's nice to have one general ambushing while the other one's recruiting. Nice, we got a child born. Perfect.
I will keep the temple offerings flowing.
Alright, +1. Now we're just losing a little bit of gold. But what we can
Gather
do now...
information.
So let's take a look at this too.
King of the universe.
So getting into your details, you can see some unacquired traits. And let's see. So some of these, for example, gained by spending the turn in march stance, XP per turn versus replenishment. Swordmaster. Archer 2, for example. Gained by spending turns in ambush stance and recruiting range units. Gained by ransoming captives after battle. So it kind of has like a yin or yang effect to this of like, you know, how you want to build this up. But I do want to see... Battles won without reinforcements. With high happiness. Ending turns with high happiness. Spending turns low happiness. Gained by praying or being present while a shrine is constructed. That's pretty cool. Ancillary. Gained by interacting with non-religious, building outposts and ransoming captives after battle. Spearmaster. Or two-handed specialist. So this this would be kind of nice too. But reckless. Gained by recruiting units with two-handed weapons or suffering high casualties to the bodyguard unit in battle. And then blunt. Raiding income. Raising shrines. Okay, ambush success chance +10. So we definitely want to be raiding shrines.
High as the gods. Cover this distance.
Okay.
Make way there.
And looks like they're kind of making their way back. So let's go ahead and move up here. We'll see if we can kind of bait this guy back now. We're pretty good on our 18 stack here.
Wide awake.
Can even like set this dude in forest march just to really bait him. I don't think that does anything different, but
chose me and I
go ahead and get into ambush stance. And set up here for 70%. One thing we could have also done here is built up a... We could have took this buff. We also could have got buffed here. But, yeah, it's alright at this point.
The future
And let's just go ahead and go here. We don't want to be in the reinforcing range of this, though.
Duty calls.
Okay.
The whole world bows to me.
Elite units, High Royal Guard. Oh, that's definitely not a thing right now. Court position vacant. Let's see.
I
King of
welcome all to
Babylon.
my court, as long as they show decorum.
Let's assign homeboy. Claim position. Or am I sure I want... This is him, right? Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, so it looks like I became High King right away because Assyria just got rocked or something like that. So let's go ahead and check out... Let's see, so I am the ruling family now. There is no dynasty anymore, looks like. And
As
let's see
king
what we
of
got
the
here.
universe, I set the future.
It's a boy! Okay, 12 and 15.
Rightful
pending
ruler
actions.
of Karduniash.
This is fine. We'll have to wait on that.
Honor
Okay.
and
And we can put
glory.
an end turn here. Set the bait. So you could have also built a watchtower if you wanted to increase your ambush success chance. But it looks like this guy's just chilling. So let's go here.
We must stand together.
Ruling family. Raised in the wild, so I mean, that's still fine. Let's arrange marriage.
Bright ideas for dull problems.
I mean, part of me kind of wants to marry him to the
True
general, but we do
master
have
of the
this
arts.
decree. Let's go here. Let's go to our diplomacy. Assyria is still pretty strong
Everybody has
here.
their duty.
And we're losing a little bit, so let's negotiate.
Shall we go fishing again?
Let's offer a marriage. Offer a character from your faction to be married and transfer to another faction as a civilian. Diplomatic marriages provide diplomatic standing of the faction and do not dissolve during war. Faction leaders and scions cannot be offered. Political marriage. Marry a character from your faction to a character from another faction to improve your diplomatic standing. Both characters will remain in their original factions. Okay, so one transfers over, one stays. When their children comes of age, or if the parent becomes divorced, you may pay for custody to keep the child in your faction. Then this one here, request diplomatic marriage. Request a marriage from another faction to be married and transfer to your faction. Character from another faction to be married and transfer to your faction as a civilian. Diplomatic marriages provide diplomatic standing with the given faction and do not dissolve during war. Okay, so let's check it. Let's cancel this real quick. Let's take a look at my ambition. Arrange a diplomatic marriage through diplomacy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back into diplomacy. Assyria.
Master of the arts.
Let's go ahead and negotiate.
You are a sight for
marriage. See if we can request anybody here. Homely. -3. Pious Zealot. Diggin. Acting General. Hedonist. Okay, let's see here. I think this now means request. So now she comes over to me. Let's say they do need bronze though. They don't need anything else. They do need gold, so it's pretty much what I need too. Request a character from another faction to be married and transferred to us as a civilian. We're gonna keep this at 6.4. We're okay here, so we don't really need to balance anything out. They're not gonna give us a good deal on this gold and stuff anyway, because they need it. So we're just gonna take the overage here, and this will kind of get transferred into them liking me more. So we'll just propose this.
Yes,
Okay. There we go. 750 bronze and 250 gold. Ambition successful. Let's take a look in here. Okay.
Dreams aplenty.
Pending actions. World decree available. Let's keep building into food production. Since we have a lot of these lower tier units, we don't really have to spend the bronze a lot.
Of wisdom and
So we're just going to want to spend that on food production, really. Alright, King of Elam. Let's do... So he's at 52, I'm at 92. I do like to focus on the tunes that I can plot against the most. And let's plot against Homie. And let's go ahead and start with a discredit. Okay. And we'll build this up next turn. We're going to need some regard with Homeboy. So we'll have to gossip with him next.
there can be no compromises.
Okay.
My time is now.
Alright, so I mean, we'll stick an ambush chance. I think this got repaired. So I don't mind raiding this again.
A journey is needed. King of the universe.
Yeah, I can't. Let's go ahead and mob out here.
Are the maps accurate?
I just like moving an ambush stance.
We will surprise them. Take this course. We need a good rest. The whole world bows to me.
We must go there.
Just kind of keep it moving. Oh, look at
Your
this.
heartless cause
Where's this clown
revolts
going?
me.
Go ahead and kind of just prep here. Recruit general.
I have carried the burden of my duty for a long
And then get in
time.
here. And let's just
Pay
go another
attention,
crate to
recruits,
farmers.
or die later.
And we won't get into these specialists at all right now. We just don't have enough to sustain them.
My allegiance lies elsewhere.
Here, let's go ahead and get food income.
Everybody has their
And it looks like they're out of town, so while the cats are away, the kids will play. What we'll do is we'll take out this tower here first, and then we'll go ahead and siege this spot. It's like trying to work his way back now.
I get things done.
Trade your court action. No, we won't do that.
Praise Adad,
Let's go ahead and
Prince
get
of
out
Ur
of
and
ambush.
Protector of Nippur.
Let's start building this up to reduce upkeep minus 10. It's good there, especially for our gold.
What a fine day!
Breathe
Go
your
ahead and
last,
circle
Assyrian.
this.
They are trapped.
We have these guys, these Babylonian specialists, which means that we don't need, they're like sappers, so we don't need siege equipment, which is super helpful.
Takes.
Move this guy here too, just get a little bit of EXP,
Say your
and
prayers.
then we'll just auto-resolve this here.
Everyone did their part. Bravo! I have no quarrel with you. Go.
Okay. Let's sack this
Shamash
first, and then
has
we'll go ahead and
blessed
raise it.
me.
I am thinking.
Okay.
I am
And
a
let's go
Cossack.
ahead and get into ambush stance here.
Men, move out.
I'm watching this bar on the left-hand side because I know it's going to take about 25% movement speed to adopt this stance.
Arrange an
So I'm
ambush.
just being mindful of not spending it too much.
Fast
Similarly, I'll go ahead and just pop this
strong.
guy up into here, keeping him within that ambush radius. This guy's probably going to start booking it up to try to get back to me, knowing that I'm on the way, bro. I don't really mind that he's running amok over here. We'll just rebuild all this stuff, which is fine.
I listen.
And we'll just kind of keep this guy here for
I
now. We
take
can
care of
sustain this a little bit
problems.
longer. Court actions available.
I welcome
Going to
all to my
need
court, as long as
more,
they show decorum.
Regard to strengthen this. So let's go here. Regard is this white one here. We will perform intrigue. Let's see. So if we assist him, we do lose 360, which we probably can't do. Target factions plotted will fall instantly, decreasing their... Oh, okay, let's do... We'll gossip with him. This will give us 20 regard. So it's going to take us a little bit to get
Intrigues at
enough
court are
to
for those
increase
who
this,
lack real
this
power.
discredit. But we should at least get
You
one
shall
tick.
not influence me.
Construction available. Happiness +4, that's going to be good.
10,000 correct
Let's take a look at our wood. Okay, so let's go back to our treasury up here. We'll take a look at trade reports, expired barters. And then we'll say this guy was giving us a pretty good deal here. So let's see if we can
Speak
kind of
once.
re-get that.
Make amends or perish.
So he's
I have
gonna
no
want a
preference.
little bit more. We'll give him 555. We'll propose that.
Trading helps both.
Okay.
I am destined to rule.
Take a look over
I
here.
am
If there's
destined
anything
to
going
rule.
on, anybody that we should be concerned about. This
We
guy already
must
wants
stand
peace.
together.
You know that's a good thing. One thing we might want to do with this clown then, let's see.
One day you will make a mistake, Adad.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want it. Where are we going? Where are we going? That's fine. That's fine. He's just running around over here, thinking he's doing things, but
Always look at the big picture.
he ain't doing much, dudes. He ain't doing much. Okay,
They chose me, and I agree.
so what we can do now, we'll also start filling this up. I do like to get movement range is pretty nice, and we're already almost there. So let's put a point there. Okay. Siege holdout time -1. That's also really nice.
As king of the universe,
What we'll
I
do
set the
now
future.
is we should
Rightful
be
ruler
able
of
to
Carduniac.
just siege this as is
Prepare for your death.
and not need to build any
Close around them.
you know, walls or breakers or anything like that. We'll continue siege.
Keep them pressured.
Wide awake!
And what we'll do, these guys cannot sally out because there's not a unit in there.
Perish, you fool.
So let's go ahead and retreat from here.
It is reckless to attack now.
We'll set
High
Homie
as
up
the
in
gods.
ambush stance.
We will surprise
We'll
them.
move him here for
The road
70%.
awaits.
And then we'll use this guy
Duty
to
calls!
siege it. Okay, we'll start building it there.
Homes into
So now we do
tombs.
have a little bit of defense. We probably want to use this next turn.
About
Let's
as
see if we
much.
can move any closer here. That's a good spot. Yeah, like right. We still want to be in.
Cover this distance.
Cut them asunder!
It's fine.
Bother someone else.
Oh, here's this guy. All right.
Just
So
go
yeah, we're gonna start.
away.
We're gonna trade some. We're gonna try to trade, but we should get this ASAP. So let's put this in
I
here.
have carried the burden of my
Local
duty
recruitment.
for a long time. Bolster the ranks.
Let's get some of these guys.
Who here has military training?
170.
Replenish the regiments. Report army status.
We got walls.
The future belongs to us!
Kind of do just need to set this up for a sec. Ancient Legacy. Sargon the Great. So this essentially gives you some like mini, like same with ambitions. You can have more ambitions. You get a grand ambition that gives you, you know, harder things to do. There's like different, you know, culture-based ones. There's resource-based ones. There's military-based ones. These ones, you just kind of complete those ambitions to gain different points in the archetypes, and then you can kind of appoint royal scribes to empower your ambitions. Ambitions and royal scribes both have archetype categories. There's some other resources. I might even just kind of create some other videos just going over these specifically. But we won't kind of go into each of them on this this first 10 turns. So take a look into these a little bit more and decide what you want. If I was to do one, I feel like for the play style, this guy would be better just because you're more of a diplomatic. So we'll go ahead and select here. Okay, let's do civic laws. Okay, so let's see. We want resource income, probably create a law. Let's choose civic. We'll get resource income. Let's see here. Faction-wide resource income. Okay, from raiding stance, I see food from buildings. Let's do that. Okay, and let's do... As we gain, we'll unlock this as this effect grows. But we do need that food right now. So let's go ahead and inscribe that law. Okay. Cool. Word of the Gods. Use Kuduru to convert laws into divine laws, boosting their effects and gaining victory points. A divine law cannot be revoked. Okay, okay, cool. Revoke laws of your choice. You can revoke 3 laws each time your faction leader changes. Interesting. Create laws with customized effects that will help or hinder your kingdom or army. Use laws, discuss law court intrigue, or certain ambitions to accumulate Kuduru. Kuduru can be used to unlock more law effects, converting existing laws into divine laws, or to be activated. So, yeah, I'd be curious on just making sure that nothing gets locked up. It seems like to revoke a law each time your faction leader changes, that's going to be a little bit rough. but we'll start with that for now. Okay. Pending actions. Court action available. I'm
This
gonna go ahead and
court is a
perform
sanctum
intrigue
of
here.
wisdom and reason.
Going to discuss law, gain 2 kuduru. But for that, just to kind of complete this, we're gonna need to perform intrigue and gossip with this guy.
I
Okay,
keep
that's gonna give
nothing
us
in the
40.
dark.
Plots are at 46%. We'll go ahead and be able to activate that next turn. Take a look at the power of the crown here. Still peaceful. People need about 170 to start vying for the crown. So I just want to make sure that I'm keeping this guy down
It's too
low.
late to
So
recommence.
some of these,
Go
some of these actions, like throwing him out of the court, would be
The
good.
battlefield awaits.
You just kind of want to keep that threshold
There can
from
be
somebody
no
being able to
compromises.
contest you. You want to just keep that below 70, right? So probably in court, what I would focus on now outside of
I welcome
Assyria
all
is
to
really
my
going
court,
after this
as
guy at
long as they
52
show
and starting
decorum.
to plot against him. Okay,
I take care of
good.
problems.
Construction available. We'll just build up into here.
Surrender or die.
Okay. Just keep building this up. We'll likely have this guy be probably more of our like homebody. So we'll probably build up into this first. Production all resources and happiness +3. So we'll start building up into here. He's just kind of cruising along. Okay. Hopefully this pressure will have them to cause them to kind of return home. Let's see how that
with your
works though.
pestering.
Let's assign skill points.
No trouble.
This guy's good here. If we are really worried about it,
Bag of gold or bronze blade.
we could set this guy up like this too. If we are really worried about it, we could probably do some
Always ready.
diplomacy or trade to get some of these guys. 170 gold though. I mean, this would be pretty spendy. 265, 295. Yeah, so we'll just keep that recruiting as is. One thing we might want to do too is probably just recruit up over here.
How long will the world last?
Okay. Because it's likely these guys
Everybody has their
they'll
duty.
land and they'll siege, so this would be unnecessary anyway, so we'll probably just
I
end up
take care
canceling
of
that.
problems.
But putting pressure up here in their homeland, you know, that'll be a good call there. Let's see if they come back for it. What will you do? Oh, that's interesting. So these guys, how were they able to build? The garrison was able to come out, huh? Well, now you know. Let's go ahead and retreat from this.
Let us reevaluate options.
Okay, let's see. Conquer a landmark. Conquer a provincial capital. We're probably gonna need the gold more so than anything. So we'll take that. Okay.
My time is now.
So this guy may have like marched, I think, maybe. We'll see. So let's go here.
Quite predictable.
Ten 10,000 correct actions. Marching time, soldiers!
So I wonder if I can kind of land like right here.
Sounds important.
Let's see what we got. Anything good? We got some seafaring javelin. It's just an example of like what you could, you know, recruit, for example. But so these guys are pretty solid, pretty high lethality too. Looks like.
What next?
Prince of Ur and protector of Nippur.
I think I'd be able to land there. Okay.
Babylon endures.
So let's do this. We're gonna have to come through here.
Keep steady. No.
We land.
These lands are unknown.
Bag of gold or bronze blade? March in column.
Alright, so that'll bounce him out.
Move to attack.
Okay, garrison did not reinforce.
They have the advantage. Calm and
Let's
steady.
pull this
I
guy
am
in.
thinking.
Okay.
What will fate bring? Set an ambush.
Ambush. It's fine there.
How long will the world last?
Set this guy up. Looks like they're going to be
Everybody has their
focusing here. So I'm losing a
I
bunch of
take
food
care
right now,
of
so I'm going to go ahead and
goals.
delete this. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here.
10,000 correct actions.
And I'm
Did I
just going to go
there?
and make sure that the only issue with this right now, I feel like, is you got to, like, accept them first into your army and then
Yes,
delete
yes.
them. So they would be fun if I had enough upkeep for it. You know, one thing we could do is start trading some, you know, we can go to... Once this law gets established, we should be pretty fine on that. But let's go ahead and... It's going to take 2 turns. So we'll probably go to diplomacy. We'll say who needs wood. Who doesn't need food? Assyria.
Bag of gold. Shall we go fishing again?
Negotiate. Let's get a barter agreement. Let's get probably like 1,000. Let's probably give them like 100. And then let's probably ask for like 2,000. Probably ask for like 1,500. I don't think they have a lot of food. They don't need food though. $600. Okay, for that is good. Let's add in. They do want some stone, so we could give them like 100 stone. We could kind of up this now, probably to like 1,000. Yeah, I just don't think they have that much. I could open up a single barter and actually see how much they have. Let me just show you. Do a single barter and then I'll put like 99999. So I mean they do got a bunch. Being a little stingy though. Barter agreement, so 100, 100, 900, 800, 750, 780, 790, 785. Okay. For 5 turns, that's good.
You are fed.
Okay, now we're kind of evened out here, which is solid. So let's keep these jabs in here, just because
Let
they're
it
unique
be.
to my faction now.
Like the pillar.
They're like sea people's guys.
Duty
It's kinda
awaits.
Okay. Here now.
Honor and glory.
Yeah, he force marched from another place, and that's how they were able to come out and get me.
The future belongs to us.
Perhaps. Let's go ahead and get him into ambush stance,
We must
just
hide.
because I want to hide so that I don't get wrecked. Let's move him down here as well
Take
too.
enough supplies.
He's not recruiting, so I'm not too worried about that.
Your heartless cause revolts me.
Okay, court action available.
I
Go ahead and use this to strengthen this plot. 76%. Good. Outpost construction. We won't deal with these right now. Conquer provincial capital. That will definitely come. And then... yeah. I mean, that'll kind of do it for the first 10 turns of Babylon.
The whole world.
Kind of a
bows
fun
to me.
playthrough. I would definitely say that we would win this fight now
Let
that our
us
home,
fish.
now that our like primary faction lords down here.
I am prepared.
Unfortunately, you won't get to see it. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the likes, comments, how you would have done things differently. If you learned anything, let me know. And yeah, I will catch you on the next one. Let me know if you want me to cover a particular faction and do the first 10 turns. And again, we did start that Discord server if you're interested in joining. All the information is in the description of the video. Thanks, y'all. Catch you next time. See ya.